Welcome back to Man of River. Last week was episode 40.
Oh my
We forgot to make a big deal out of it.
Oh my gosh, we turned 40?
We turned 40.
Congrats.
We have a couple, I think, it's 40 episodes of Man of River. However, there was like a little segment of 5 episodes with pretending to be people in the middle of the summer. So technically, we're this is the 46th episode of this season. So we're close to getting to 50, which was my goal.
And we will get there. At the pace that Ellie and I love to roleplay like a romance or something, if you bring in another character, oh man.
Oh yeah.
Give me a cafe and make Ellie play the waitress and we could go on for 3 episodes.
Dude, I just bought a baking machine for Chris turning 41. He doesn't want it.
Wait,
so
what do you mean?
Or a standing mixer, I think it's called.
Oh my god.
Swedes call it a baking machine.
Kitchen, I'm sorry. The Swedes call the stand mixer a baking machine.
Yeah.
What's the word in Swedish?
Bakmaskin.
Okay, I was about to make fun of you and say, is it baking makin? And it's basically that. So.
Yep.
Well.
Baking makin.
A baking makin.
Yep.
That's hilarious. And congrats on your stand mixer. Had you not had a stand mixer before?
No, never. And
how were you making your cardamom bun and your cinnamon and your saffron? Holy shit.
I mean, my mom, mother of 4 that she birthed without an epidural, mom would shame me to hell if she finds out that I'm using a baking machine. Or a standing mixer.
Crazy, because it's like I feel like it is a thing that you get when you, in the States, I feel like. My mom had one growing up, and maybe this is just the American capitalistic way where it's like a thing that you get, but when you get married, it's like something you ask for on your wish list, or like if you move into an apartment of your own and you like cooking or baking, it's like you have to have one. That's crazy.
I mean, like a water kettle, or like a... electric kettle, it's called. Water boil. I wanted to say water boiler, or
is that what it's called in Swedish?
Yeah,
the vattenboiler.
It's or like a knife. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, and nowadays I think a lot of Swedes have one.
Sure.
So every year Sweden has the Christmas gift of the year, and I think the baking machine was 10 years ago. Maybe.
What color is yours?
Pink or lavender.
Stop.
Lavender. Dude, it's so pretty, and I wanted to stream baking stuff, but then I freaked out because for some reason, last week we talked about me not having anxiety so much anymore, but I woke up at 1 a.m. thinking for some reason the girls would get up and get killed by this making machine. I don't know how. So I unplugged, because I have it now on my counter because I think it's pretty, and it's like a really solid, it's a KitchenAid.
Yeah.
So it's like a solid $400
The girls
piece
are not gonna kill them. The girls can't even move the KitchenAid. It's so heavy.
I know that, and it's also, but I was like, no, they're gonna put their little hands in there and then get sucked into it and die.
Not how it works. Not how it works.
No, yeah, that's. But I did use it to make. Next time we see it, I think hopefully we can record in person soon.
Yeah.
Because we are getting close to the finish line.
50 or
and
more.
I feel like
I know.
And I feel like we need to have, some sort of celebration. We can't just do this and then go on about our business.
No.
That's not us, Sydney.
No.
Some people, that's why people get depressed after long shoots.
Yeah. It just ends
because they're
so abruptly.
It ends, there's no cast party.
We gotta have some schnapps on deck. So we finish.
Schnapps on deck.
And then we cheers.
Yeah, I can put it next to the champagne bottle I have for when Trump dies.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll have our episode, we'll have our season finale schnapps, and then the death of possibly the worst president we've ever had. Champagne. And
hopefully it'll be on the same day.
And if this comes out and something bad happens, we had nothing to do with it. We're just talking very generally, maybe.
Very generally.
That would be
I also want to say I'm not suicidal. So if anything...
if anything happens, I'm not suicidal. If anything happens, I love Ellie and Ellie loves me, and we would never hurt each other. Just want to talk about like general thing. I love my husband, so if anything happens, like I'm not involved in that.
Yep. But pivoting back to non criminal things we'll go to jail for. I wanted to make you semlor, which is a Swedish. It's very tasty Swedish, or it's actually not that tasty. It's like more of like an overrated thing. But I did it with Nutella instead of the marzipan. Do you like marzipan?
In doses. I like the taste. I don't mind the taste because the taste is like almondy. It's not bad.
Right. It just like it can be overpowering. Yeah. But the tradition is to have, it's basically a cardamom bun, but not like anything in it. It's just a regular, like, it looks like a little muffin, like an English muffin. And then you carve it out and you put in some marzipan mixed with the dough in it, and then some cream, and then you put a little top on it, and that's a semla. And it's normally eaten on Fat Tuesday before fast, back in the day. Apparently a king ate so many of them that he died. They found like 17 of them in his belly back in the 1700s. God. I'm like, awesome. But not awesome. Poor guy. That probably hurt like hell. Yeah. But I, instead of the marzipan, I did Nutella. And that was amazing. That was really, really, really nice. But it's like, I've never been able to finish a semla. They're like huge. They're like a pizza. Have you ever been able to finish one pizza by yourself?
No.
No? Okay, no. Thank you. Every other time I'm like talking to men, they're like, yeah.
No, I've never finished a pizza by myself. That's insane.
Yeah, I agree. They're like a personal pie, and I'm like, yeah, but no, it's yeah.
I think I would rather that's how I feel about a full thing with Nutella than marzipan because it sounds kind of big.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's probably like, what's it like, a dilation of 10 centimeters, but that's
diameter. Diameter. I'm dilated 10 centimeters. I'm ready for my semla.
You would be able to fit it in a dilated woman.
Oh my
That's how
God.
big it is. Oh God, this has been a terrible opening. I'm so sorry. We've already gotten.
I don't know.
We're already on some lists now, and we made terrible jokes about women and their big fat vaginas. And
Jesus.
I should stop. So how you been otherwise?
Other than that stuff we just talked about, good, pretty good.
Pretty good.
I haven't been baking, cool. But you're inspiring me. I haven't been very into cooking or baking recently, and I need to get
because you've
back.
Been super, super busy.
I know, and I've been traveling a lot, which always makes it hard with like purchasing produce and shit, because I'm like, it's gonna go bad. Even if I do bake or cook something, like I'm gone for a week.
Yeah.
So I've been lazy, but it's also the winter time, so it's hard. I'm like, I don't want to do anything.
I think that's truly what it is. Like, just getting outside the door is like a project at this point. Finally, though, it's not as cold in New York as it's been.
It's been better, yeah.
But were you here, or were you in San Francisco when it was, minus 40?
When it was like, it feels like negative 10. Thank goodness I am not jealous that I missed that entire weekend. I came back when it was over. Say,
negative 10 Fahrenheit. For Swedes who are listening, that's negative minus 27.
Yeah.
And then a lot of northern Swedes will be like, I survived minus 42 Celsius, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, sure, but you're not in fucking New York City, where for some reason there's still puddles of garbage, so you can still get wet all the time and you're dying.
And also New York is very humid, so it's like a different type of cold where it's like the water, and... Yeah. The Hudson River was like on and off frozen, which is crazy.
Yeah, winter in New York is by far so much colder than any dry climate. Sweden is a pretty dry climate.
It feels so much worse.
Except Gothenburg. If you're from Gothenburg, you probably understand what I'm talking about. They also have like that west coast wind from the Atlantic. England also gets extremely cold.
Also, maybe Visby gets cold too. So all of Sweden, sorry, maybe like, if you're on the island, maybe it's worse. I don't know.
But have you been in England during winter?
No, I was there. Not in winter. Only
They don't like, so Swedes at least have figured out like isolation English old cottages have not. Like, they're made of stone, sandstone, or whatever. I've never been so cold in my entire life, and I remember walking home, and it was not that, like, it wasn't even minus degrees, but it was still, like, just wet. So wet. And I got home, and I'm like, and then the warm water didn't work, because they had, like, a system from the 80s.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, oh, God.
I think
we're out of warm. Yeah.
That's the worst. Heat, you know, if you're, no heat in a house, how terrible, but it's like, you can bundle up, you can, you know, have your blankets and stuff. If it is really, really cold out and I can't take a hot shower or a hot bath or something, oh man, that is like worst case. I would not have done well in the 1800s.
Do you know what's even worse? If it runs out while you're taking the shower.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then you're still cold and now you're wet.
Oh.
And you had the hope, the inkling of hope for 10 seconds, and then it just disappears. Oh.
Yeah.
That was like the 90s in Sweden all the time before we had like centralized heating. We were 4 kids in our house, and my sister had football training soccer training every day. And so she would take long baths and showers. But occasionally me or my brother would take a shower before and
use a lot of water.
Warm water, and she would get so fucking. We had so many fights over this. She's like, I can't fucking believe it. And eventually, I think my dad was like, I am just getting a new boiler to, like, because I can't take this anymore.
Yeah,
I can't take this. I'm just gonna get a huge boiler that's like made for a military grade.
Made for AKA like 5 women.
5 women, exactly. And it worked. We suddenly had warm water all the time. Anyway, we were in the middle of something. I'm stalling because I am nervous for what's about to come. Because you might die. No, you might not. You've actually been killing it. You did 4... I mean, I'm talking about Manor River. You did 4 successes on against 3 successes, which is, like, it's very hard.
Yeah.
Statistically. But yeah, Eliza is here facing her biggest foe yet. An extremely dangerous demon who's been feeding off of poor, innocent, small girls for centuries, even millennia, perhaps. St. Lucy was 380. So that's like how old these beings are. Wow. I didn't know that. I thought that's the thing with Catholic saints. They're all very, very old. Like, they're all from, like, very early Christianity.
Yeah.
Sometimes I maybe this was, like, obvious to everyone. And I was the only one who slept through history classes and religion. But I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like, I know that Jesus... Yeah, sorry.
Well, Jesus is, like, ancient, too, compared to the saints. Which is crazy. Because it's, like, that was so much before... It's just crazy. Catholicism is so embedded in history and, you know, especially predominantly like Western histories and like, you know, evangelical stuff and Anglo-Saxon cultures. But it's crazy because it's like, that was just like a girl, you know, like Joan of Arc. It's like, that was just a French girl with mental illness. But, like, she joined the Crusades, and, like, it was just, it's so buck wild when you hear about who gets, like, martyrdom and who gets to be a saint and, like, their history. Like, St. Lucia, they just burned a woman.
Well, a girl.
A girl.
Who didn't want to marry a man.
How old was she?
Rather give her, that I don't know, actually.
Because like Joan of Arc was also, 12, like, 13? 14? I think she died when she was, like, 17?
That's the thing. They're always, you know, children. Like Saint Mary, Jesus' mother, wasn't she? Was 14 or something, right?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Like also super super young. But like back in the day, I mean, women, we were when we were biologically ready, which you can be that when you're 9.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you got married off. People didn't. It was a different time. Fucked up.
Yeah.
In today's standards, but you know, unfortunately, that was probably the reality. But that's what I'm, like, saying also with Christianity. For some reason, I've been, like, it's kind of, like, a modern religion because there are so many people still believing in it.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, this is the new religion, like the New Testament is the new thing. But then I'm like, no, this is also like a super, super old religion as opposed to Scientology. No, but like as opposed to like, but then you also forget, because we talk about the old religion, like the Old Norse religion. It's like an old religion, so mythology, you know.
Yeah.
Those things are so old.
Yeah.
But then you realize, no, they're mostly contemporary. Like they also, like Scandinavia, believed in the Thor and Odin up until like 1300s.
Yeah.
And that's when Christianity came. So that's, for me, it's like, oh, that's how old Christianity is. But then I remember, no. There's like all these important Christian people, obviously, except for Jesus, which is 2,000 years ago. For some reason in my head, it was like, Jesus died 2,000 years ago. Then there was a gap of 1,000 years, and then it got resurfaced. But no, it's like, no. A lot of things happened during that first millennia too. But yeah, we are very. It's been fun writing these adventures because I feel like I'm getting like a new history lesson of things that I just did not care about as a kid, and now I'm like, what? That's cool.
Yeah.
Lucy, however, the demon that you're fighting, kind of my own invention at this point. I haven't found much on her. Swedes used to, instead of Santa, we used to have the goat, the Christmas goat, come. It was a terrifying, like a super scary fucking thing that would come and give kids, like, either I'll kill you or you'll get a gift, basically. Like, you know, classic. And so that's why I was kind of morphing her into a goat-like creature.
I like that. And it plays into, like, do you ever see The Witch? The Witch?
No. The Witch?
It's like the WW, like, that's how it's spelled out, the movie.
The Witch.
The Witch.
Yeah.
But there's a black goat in it, and the children, there's like this whole thing, and they're always like, Black Philip, Black Philip, Black Philip, and they like call the goat Philip, but he's like the devil in disguise, because that's whatever, one of the many forms that the devil in history takes is like this black goat.
Yeah.
So that's fun too.
I mean, you have hoofs. You have hoofs in a lot of depictions too, right? Yeah. I wonder where that stuff comes from. Like why that was considered so scary.
Well,
because
there's
I'm
also the behemoth. I'm definitely. Behemoth. That is how it's spelled. Behemoth demon. It's a primordial beast from the book of Job in the Hebrew Bible, and it's like a horned, hoofed creature. I guess it's described like an elephant, but I think that's also where the goat stuff comes from, because it like has horns, and then I think it later sort of becomes like the horned demon, and then the devil has horns. I don't know. There's so many like connections. Baphomet is what I was thinking of. Behemoth is one thing from the Bible. The Baphomet is a different thing. It's a demonic thing. It's like a goat.
But trying to like get back into this creepy, scary situation we're in. The last thing that happened. What was the last thing that happened? I left it on a cliffy. Fuck.
The last thing that happened was I shot her and started to do. I spoke some Latin. And she, the lady, disappeared and then tried to manipulate me. And I fought against her and won, technically, with our dice rolls. But she created these scenes of Olaf running with Eliza, and Eliza's bleeding, and he's like talking to her. And then she showed Jonas trying to come close to Eliza. He has his wheelchair, and then he falls out of his wheelchair. He's like reaching out to her, and he is outside of the circle and away from Eliza.
And she said, you abandoned him. I remember now.
Yeah.
You abandoned him. Cool. It is your turn.
I think
round 4, I think.
Oh my gosh. when Eliza was speaking to Jonas, she was testing this demon, because if it was really Jonas, she could have talked to him. But the fact that this woman came back in and was like, you abandoned him, I think that's the observation role that I succeeded at, where she then like code switches. Like she was having these two conversations sort of with her Latin and then speaking to Jonas in her mind. And because the woman like interrupted it, I think she says back to the woman, like, I was not talking to you. And then she continues with her Latin phrases, knowing that Jonas was meant to be a distraction. So she continues, and now she is fully focusing on that. And the first phrase she said was, Sunt mala cae libas. And then she'll continue. She says, Domine exuare orationem miam. And these are real phrases that I looked up. And I'll say, because I'm probably butchering them, so far what she's saying is, what you offer me is evil. May thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us. And she'll say then, and she feels like you said, this chorus of voices. I feel like they're growing each time she speaks, and it's like this like pulsing, almost like rhythmic, like the Latin priests when we were kind of making fun of it, where it's like Domine, Domine, like it's like that. And she says this next line, Non draco sit mihi dox. May the dragon never be my guide. And so she's like hitting her with these like deep cut phrases, and it's all just coming to her. It's Daphne speaking through her. It's this vision of Olaf, and it's like their voices are coming through. So I said, that's my turn. She says like these more and more lines.
Okay, roll, let's see how much damage you make. Roll all of your inspiration. This is, okay. I feel like this is a true inspiration. And give yourself +2.
Okay.
For badass.
Okay. Ooh. 3 successes on inspiration.
So, let's say the Silver Cross has a base. I haven't established that, but like at least it's 2 or 3. But let's have it be at 2. You make 4 points of damage at least. And the way that the cross, like I can see how it's like starting to shake in your hand in like extreme power right now. What you're holding is bigger than you. It's starting to emit this white light. And as a human, you have a hard time controlling this type of power, and you're without being in complete awe of it. You feel like you're somewhere where you're not supposed to be quite yet, like in the between. You're bringing in a god that you might not even believe in.
Yeah.
Although now he's here, so it might be tough to not believe it. It's like, you're an idiot atheist if it's like he's here but I'm not sure, like. Yeah. But it's like you don't know what it is, but it's some sort of ancient power in this cross that's being activated, and more voices from your life, voices that you haven't heard in a long time, just fueling this power within you. But you're noticing the darkness around you deepens. It sways in ways that it's like nauseating. This feels cosmic at this point, and there's nothing that really you can do to back away from it at this point. You hear Birch, stay determined, Eliza, it's a power of wills, stay with it. And let's see if she has anything left to give. I'm looking at the attack list here I have. Oh, I forgot. The Glowson.
Oh, shit.
The Glowson rammed into you last time.
Yeah, he speared me with its tusk.
Fueled by anger, fueled by revenge, fueled by ancient years and years of being imprisoned by something, it goes for you. And they attack this time. You can roll armor, 6 dice of armor against this attack.
Okay.
But it will disrupt your incantation, so it's like a risk you're taking to... so you can either see, like, you have 4 points of damage left. You haven't taken any physical damage.
No, I took one.
Sorry.
I took one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have 3 points of damage, so you can either chance this, that I will have to get 4 6s on this next roll, and then you'll get broken. Or you'll break the incantation to power up your circle.
Do I have to break the incantation? Is there anything I can roll to, like, maintain concentration?
Let's see. Should Mommy Ellie be nice?
You know what? Roll. I don't think you're gonna get 4 6s. So I think, Eliza could get really battered. But I don't think.
Is this when I say that I have 12 dice?
What?
All right. 12 dice.
Do you have
Glows
12?
on attack. 12.
Okay.
This one, and I'm even taking it down from 20. But okay, yeah.
Well, maybe you'll get.
That's the thing with Vaesen. The more broken they get, the more powerful they become.
Oh no. Okay.
But still, someone can give me the statistics of you've made your choice. So let's see.
Okay.
1. So 2 6s on the first 6.
Oh, fuck.
I'm looking at Sydney. I'm not looking at the dice right now. Oh, 3 6s.
So no, but 3 will put me. I then become exhausted, battered, and broken.
Yes.
Yes. Am I able to?
You can roll agility to see if you can
maintain consciousness for another round, because I feel like I'm only speaking. I just need to hold on this fucking cross.
Yeah.
Okay, agility. Oh, not my best. Okay, let's see. Oh.
So.
Okay. 2 6s.
The agility won't save you, my love, but it will prevent you from being split into 2. Eliza falls to the ground, the glow sun running through you, basically.
Oh my god.
Your skirts... I don't want to make it comedic of your skirts get split in 2 and it runs through your legs, but that's sort of what they do. They run through the legs to split people in half. That's what it attempts, and it goes through you. Somehow you're able to navigate, so only your left leg gets almost severed as you fall to the ground, holding this cross. Continues to hold this cross.
Oh my god. I mean, just blood curling, but just screaming. There's so much blood. But she's, it's like when you get adrenaline rush when your child is under the car or whatever. She's still able to hold this cross.
Yes. Roll broken chart. I have it here.
What do I roll?
Physical critical injuries. You roll 2 d6s.
Okay.
And give me the total results.
That added together?
If you have 4 and a 2, 42.
Okay. Oh wait, so then let me roll 1 at a time.
Yeah, so start with 1.
5. 53.
Burst artery. I can't believe how perfect this always is.
Literally, my thigh. I was literally thinking,
Yeah.
it's my femoral artery. They tried to sever my leg. Oh my god. Wow.
That is a fatal.
Yeah.
You have 6 hours
Yeah.
to get this 1d6 rounds, and you will have a permanent defect, phobia of blood, from this.
Wow. I mean, could you imagine, like, literally, this boar gores her. Her leg, like, she immediately crumples to the ground. Cannot stand on that leg. The leg is almost completely severed off. Sorry, trigger warning. Gross. Like, everyone listening, this is gross. Unable to move the leg. It is just, like, under her body. And the warm, steaming hot blood that is pouring out of her into this cold winter air is immediately like melting the snow underneath her. It's slick. Her torn skirts, like her whole body is getting drenched so quickly in this blood, making it even harder for her to hold on to this cross. Everything is wet and sticky and hot. But would you say that she maintains the cross, holding onto the cross, and would she be able to, in this final sort of round, probably before she passes out, speak and end this Latin incantation?
Yes.
Let's fucking go.
And as you do that, the glowson, still on its force, morphs into this demon, just standing right outside the circle right now. Her black eyes just looking at you, sharp teeth dripping with blood. And you notice that you have your gun in your left hand and your cross in your right.
Oh, so she's like, yeah, she should be in shock and shaking and unable to like speak, but it's that adrenaline rush that she steadily is holding the silver cross. She holds it out towards this morphine demon in front of her and says, Ecce crucem domine, fugite partes adversae. And what she's saying is, behold the cross of the Lord, flee away, ye hostile forces. And as she's holding the cross, she like steadies the gun on the cross, and as she finishes that phrase in Latin, she's gonna shoot at this demon. I'll roll that now, and then she's gonna finish talking. But first, I'll roll. Okay. Range combat. Oh my god.
+2 for being cool.
+2, and then minus a bunch for my conditions. Yeah.
Yes, minus. I think you have minus
4.
4.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is not good. Okay, but +2. Okay, not a lot. Not a lot. Oh my god, thank god. 1 success.
Oh.
Literally rolling 2 dice.
Describe your kill.
Oh my god, incredible. So yeah, she like levels the gun on the cross, and as she finishes that phrase, it's just like this gun goes off in slow motion, but fast at the same time, like simultaneously as the gun fires. It's like this demon is just like ripped, like the face of the demon almost explodes the wrong way, even though the gun was firing toward it. It's like it explodes outward with this black smoke, and I don't know if there is even blood, what would be blood, but it's like everything is wrong. It's like the pot stirring the wrong way, what you were described before. And she doesn't even blink because she doesn't even have time to process that. So she finishes that phrase, partes adversae, and she turns the cross to the lady and continues, and she just like thrusts the cross out and says, Ipse venena bibas, fugite partes adversae. And she says, drink the poison yourself, begone all evil powers. And I think that is the last thing she says before she completely falls unconscious.
Eliza! Eliza! Poof! You are in wet, hot water. Waking up. Panicked. In excruciating pain. The first thing you see is Olaf holding your face. Wake up! And similar to back when you saw like the bird's view of what's happening, just to give this, like, to paint a picture for you and for the listeners, we see Eliza in some sort of temporary makeshift hot tub. There are like 3 or 4 people in this room, concerned faces looking at her. Olaf, hands deep into this water. You're still clothed. You're covered in blood. The water is filled with your blood. And you are not realizing this at this moment, but Olaf basically took you to somewhere to get you warm again. And this is how, like, he shocks you awake.
Mm-hmm.
And you're back with Olaf. And that's when they're noticing, you know, all the blood, so they're quickly taking you out of the tub. There's a doctor there. You know, there's no modesty left. They're ripping off your clothing.
Yeah.
But your leg cannot be saved. But they will stop the bleeding. Whew.
Oh my God.
Yep, you survived Långlatt, Sydney.
Did I? Oh
yeah.
My
This
God.
was so fucking crazy.
Jesus.
So Olaf, the vision you had of him running with you was real. Like,
yeah.
That was like a weird flimmer. And when you started speaking Latin is when he heard you. So he started speaking it with you to help you, try to help you.
Yeah. Like literally he was coming, like an inception moment, you know, like it was the future and the present. And also I wonder in his mind if he thought Eliza was fighting a demon, like trying to take me, like he was exorcising it from me or something, because she must have been dripping in sweat. She was covered in blood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I had this vision that you were like convulsing as well.
Yeah.
Like as you're getting hit by the glowson, like in his arms. He was just seeing you being beaten up from the inside.
Did he just find me at the fire at our camp?
Yeah, he probably saw you like disappearing, but then getting colder and colder and colder, collapsing. So it hasn't been that much time hasn't been spent, but the whole thing of you not being able to wake him up was part of your dream.
Yeah.
He'd been trying to wake you up. That's why we've been hearing these like, Eliza, stay on the like. But he also knew what you probably went through. But he managed to find the nearest village.
Yeah.
That happens to be the village you had to go to anyway.
Oh. I think when she comes to, you know, as they're working on her, I think she, you know, is like mumbling out things as Olaf is trying to speak to her, and it's just, you know, things like, my leg, where's my leg? And she's like trying to tell the doctor, you know, like they know they're working on it actively, but she's so out of it, and she's trying to tell them that her leg got hurt, and she doesn't know what happened. And then she says like, the cross, la cruz, cruz, domine la cruz. And like she's still sometimes speaking Latin, and she like feels for Olaf, and she's holding his hand and like squeezing it really tight, and then she can't keep her grip, and she kind of flows in and out of consciousness. But she knows that she's safe, but she also, you know, maybe she does have these visions of Daphne or Jonas. And she wonders, am I dying? You know, she keeps thinking, every time she sees their flashes of their faces, she thinks, am I dead? And maybe there comes a time when she finally, for real, opens her eyes, and learns that she's not dead.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, amputations back in the day, fighting off infections in the ass end of nowhere in the middle of winter.
Oh.
and also like from a from a
not a clean
bore.
Yeah, not a clean
exactly.
wound.
So this could have potentially, and your artery you were basically bleeding out. So I feel like they burnt it, like they burnt the stump.
Yeah, tried to cauterize it.
You might have also like passed away from that excruciating pain. Like I think that type of pain can also kill people.
Oh yeah,
like,
it can shock you,
and
you can
shock this
die.
So this is a incredibly gruesome end to this boss fight, but I think for the next few days, I think it's interesting though, like because now we've increased the challenge level a lot for Eliza, and this new impediment. But then again, we've also discovered like an inner strength within her and there's also other things that perhaps Olaf eventually does break the news to you that you have lost your leg. He's crying while he's telling you. But you are safe. You can stay here over the Christmas days. But the overarching challenge remains. You know where you're going, you know what you have to do. And I think for the next few episodes we'll have to basically piece together what like now you've gathered during this long nut, because the point of the long nut was to also give you clues. And some of these visions you've had were not related to the demon. She might have just been corrupting it and poisoning it. But really fucking cool Latin phrases, Sydney.
Thank you.
Like, I say what you will about Christianity, but that kind of stuff is so cool. Like, like all that stuff is like
the dragon. Go back to
the dragon stuff. Yeah, I forgot that dragons.
Demons.
Exactly. And now I'm like in the Swedish dragons and demons. It's like their version of Dungeons and Dragons. Mm-hmm. They are like gods on both ends of the spectrums. Like a dragon is like a type of, and then you have demons on the other side. It's like a really cool lore. But also in Tolkien, dragons were evil.
Yeah.
In the way he portrayed them. And then you have the catty dragons in like other things, like that are not evil. And I don't know. It's so funny how it always comes back. I kind of really want to like continue to play and investigate now, but I also have to gather my thoughts about like, because I think we need to have like you and I.
Yeah.
We can do it on air. Need to sit down now and like, okay, where are we in this?
We
How
need to go
tie
over
this together?
Clues and things, because so much has happened, and I feel like you and Eileen, we do so much of the role play, but I think we need to actually be like, okay, what information did Eliza get from that I can write down, because I think it gets a little bit lost sometimes. But that was incredible. And I think, too, if we do sort of like a interlude type of episode, that can also be the time of Eliza's recovery. Because there's no interest to me in playing that out. Like, obviously she's grieving the loss of a limb, but she's also, like you said, like very empowered by what had happened. She sort of and had some closure of, pun I guess intended, of old wounds of Daphne and sort of her relationship to the Vasen and God and things. So lost her leg, but really gained a lot in that process. So I think over the next episode or so, I don't want to role play out the discovery, and like her and Olaf talking. That all happens. I think that happens. She comes to terms.
They have an awkward Christmas day with this host family.
Yeah.
Because there's no food. There's like very little food, so everyone's just like
eating tubular vegetables, root vegetables, and carrot soup, more carrot soup.
Yeah.
And roasted carrots. And mashed carrots.
Last cow. Or like the last horse.